Great. Hey guys, so today bringing you another review. Today is on the Morimoto XB fog lights, amber in color, obviously there. So the reason I wanted to show you these is because I've actually had a lot of people ask about these, and a lot of people I've seen just show you the install and then show you some light outputs, but they don't actually give you any decent feedback. So I thought I'd give you guys some feedback of how these have been performing for me. And I've had these since about August, actually when I went up to Georgia there. So they've been performing quite well for me, and I just wanted to give you guys some good feedback and show you some output shots of them, and you know, my overall thoughts on them, because I won't be having these much longer due to the fact that I'm getting a new bumper, and these will not work with my new bumper, sadly enough. So I thought I'd show these off quickly and give you guys some good feedback whether or not you should buy them. And you know, are these worth it, or should you look at other models, or what else is out there for you, right? So I'm going to give you guys some night put out shots, and then I'll give you some feedback, and we'll go from there. So it's sun setting right now, and this is on a slight downgrade. This is the fog lights on, this is them off, on obviously. So I'm going to put my camera right in front of the steering wheel, so it kind of gives you a point of view of how it is like when I'm looking at it. So there's them off, obviously there, and then I'm just gonna point you. So here's the bottom of the steering wheel. We're gonna point you just a little where it's up, so just so you don't see it too much. And there they are on. Obviously how they output is determined on you adjusting them. So where I have them adjusted is actually pretty much perfect of where you want them, which is like I think 20 inches above or in the distance kind of thing, and like 10 feet out kind of thing, and then 20 inches up, something like that there. So it's a pretty perfect mark, I think. You can see that the outline goes all the way out here. It's quite a bit there. So just to show you there, boom, boom. Same thing over here, you can see it all the way over there, on, off. So just wanted to show another output shot of it here. So here's the so there's some grass in front of me. It's about, I'd say 10-15 feet in front of me, and there's them on there. So that's pretty much kind of like my truck level right now. They shoot quite well. I mean, they cut through just about anything, obviously being a fog light and all there. So perfect cutoff line and whatnot there. So there's another shot there for you guys, and then I'll get as close as I can here. This is against the windshield right now. So right now I have my GoPro hooked up to my A-pillar on the passenger side with a clamp. So just to give you guys some driving real-time footage here, and to give you a little description of how it is about driving just with fog lights. You could daily drive these Morimotos no problem at night. obviously, depending on where you are, you may not want to run just those at night, so there's that gamble there too. But I daily drive with these on all the time as soon when it gets dark enough, kind of thing. So like the sun was setting, it's obviously getting darker now. I'm gonna have my headlights on now. As you can see, they're kind of overlapping there. Right now I'm just gonna show you, these are them off. So these are just my HIDs you're seeing right now. These are Amazon brand, 6,000 Kelvin, 55 watts, in case you get curious. Yes, the camera is slightly slanted. I've been trying to get it kind of straight, but that seems to be as good as I can kind of get it. You are getting like the full view of it right now. Here's with the fog lights on again. So they're not completely gone or anything. Some people may think that they quite dim, but these with just a low beam, you can see them perfectly fine. Obviously, you guys know that I have a light bar down here, so if I were to turn on my light bar, I'm going to do this right here since there's no traffic. So you can see my fog lights there off to the left. There's my HIDs there. If I turn on my light bar, there is still some notice of my ambers there because of how clean the cutoff line is on these. But you don't see a lot of it, obviously, but I mean, that's what happens with an LED light bar, right? So, but for a normal guy that's gonna have fog lights and, regular halogens, LED bulbs, or HIDs, you're more than happy with these for sure. I mean, I was never convinced on fog lights to begin with because, well, I burnt mine out from a set of yellow bulbs. They weren't LEDs, they were actual yellow bulbs, and they melted my fog lights. So I was running without fog lights forever. And so I got a gift when I was in Georgia. I do not know why I got this gift. I was just gifted to these because I guess I'm just awesome in a way. But I was gifted these. We installed them in about 5 minutes. The only thing we had to do when we got these is we had to flip the connectors around because they were plugged in backwards. So all you had to do is unconnect them from the plug-in and swap the wires around and done. It's actually quite easy. I can't show you obviously because they're plugged in already, but it is quite easy. You just gotta loosen off the clips or whatever and then pull the wires out, switch them around, plug them back in, and you're set. So, but these have been a great add-on for me. These are an excellent upgrade for sure. I mean, if you're looking for legit fog lights, these are 100% SAE approved, 100% fog lights. There's no, they're not no Cali, I'm gonna call this out, but they're no Cali raised fog lights, okay? You guys, there's a difference between actual fog lights and driving lights and just flood beam pods and all that. Just because you put them in the fog light housing does not make them a fog light. There is a difference between actual fog lights and just regular LED off-road lights. So there is a cutoff line when it comes to actual fog lights, and you will see that soon enough. You even can probably see in some of the night put out shots that I posted, but I'm gonna go, when I get back to the city, I'm gonna go to a wall and I will show you how clean the cutoff is and how actual amber these are. These are indeed probably well worth an upgrade for LED fog lights for the 2016 and up Tacomas. Even, other Tacomas or anything that is actually the Morimoto brand fog lights, personally. Now, I can't compare these to the actual just LED regular head fog lights, but I would say that from what I got told from some other buddies of mine that saw them, they think their fog lights are brighter and they just have the regular LEDs. So these ambers, I believe you might lose a little bit of actual brightness when it comes to ambers or even a higher coloration compared to running like 5,000 to 6,000 Kelvin or whatever it may be. I'm not too sure on that, but I think you might lose a little output. But the difference is the amber will actually cut through snow and fog a lot more because of the darker color. I haven't had the experience yet of these yet because I haven't had a lot of snow and I haven't been in a lot of rain. But these fog lights, for what they are, how they've been treating me, especially for a guy that didn't want fog lights, I'm actually very, very happy and pleased with these. So right now I'm gonna drive back to the city and I'm gonna go find a wall so I can show you guys the output of these and the clean cutoff, and then I will finish off this review for you and we'll go from there. Okay, so I made it to kind of a dark area. I'll show you the cutoff lines here. So right now, this is with my HIDs and my fog lights on. I'm sure you guys can see it both pretty decently. I'll just do a couple seconds here with off and on. So there's just HIDs. There's them on. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm probably 20-30 feet away. So I'm gonna just drive closer for you guys and just kind of give you an idea of how the cutoff line looks. And just get you closer, and then I'm gonna do the same thing again without my HIDs on, obviously. So there's about where it stops there. So there's the HID cutoff there, and then there's the fog lights on the bottom, which is pretty much what you want. Obviously, you don't want the fog lights lining up with your low beams, otherwise you're never gonna see them, right? And plus the fogs are meant to be more on the ground than it is higher up. So, and then obviously, you know, when you turn the high beams, boom, right? So you're golden. So I'm gonna do the same thing now and without my HIDs on. Here's with them off. There's just the DRLs plus my marker lights up front. Then here's with the fog lights on. There's a distance. Obviously the side's giving it a little bit of shadow. I'm gonna give you guys a complete clean cutoff line here in a second, but this is just roughly what 20-30 feet away from a wall looks like. So it's aiming pretty decently low. So now I'm just gonna creep forward just to kind of give you guys an idea of what it's like when you get closer, and the cutoff and the output of it all. Obviously on the camera it looks a lot more yellow than it is amber, but on this it's truly amber. So I can't see the bottom portion of the wall anymore. I can just see the brick layers there, so that just kind of gives you an idea of how close I am. There's the cutoff line. As you can tell, it's a clean cutoff. There's like no glare or anything like that there. It's just a straight cutoff line, which is crisp and what you want out of a fog light. Obviously you can have more output on the bottom of it, but you want that clean cutoff on the top there. Otherwise you're just gonna get glare, and then that's how you blind oncoming drivers, which is why you probably see a bunch of guys with fog lights on that are glaring at you and you're wondering why. Well, it's because their fog lights are like this. You know, their fog lights are shooting all the way down. They have output on the ground, and even if they aim them all the way down, there's still a little bit of light that's going like this to your face, and that's not what you want. So this is what you want out of a fog light: a nice crisp clean cutoff line and output all on the ground there, so you can see through the fog and, you know, heavy snow, whatever it may be. So now I'm going to go to a wall so you can see the complete cutoff line and how they look for output wise. So just another output shot. I'm holding this on the right hand side of the steering wheel there, so you guys just kind of see it right in the middle. So this is what it looks like about, like I said, 20-30 feet away again. Nice clean cutoff line again. I'm gonna hold it kind of more in the middle there, so you guys just gotta get all the output. So this is roughly where you want to be when it comes to the cutoff line. There is about like 10-15 feet away out from a wall there, and then you want to measure your output there and see where your lines are. I did this inside my shop with a garage door. I mean, it gives you a better estimate than it is just guessing. So, but like to show you how clean that cutoff is, like you guys can see that clear as day as me. Like look how straight that beam is and how clean it cuts off there, and like the output of it all there. Like it's like, these are no joke. Like these are definitely these fog lights are not to be messed around with. These are legit awesome fog lights. Like I said, third time here that I have never wanted fog lights because I never justified paying for fog lights again, especially factory ones. And these are definitely worth the money. Like I love these things, like especially how cool they look on the truck itself too. Like they make your truck stand out really, really well. I'm not a fan of white fog lights really anymore after these. I love the amber for sure. Like these are what got me into the amber color so much more. I just wish I could get more like this, but it is hard to get a cheaper amber light that is actually like an amber like this. My DRL, my marker lights up front are more yellow than they are of amber. So, but I thought I'd just give you guys some output shots here, and now I'm gonna finish off this review for you guys and let you guys know my official thoughts and whether or not you should buy this. So to conclude the review on the Morimoto XB LED amber fog lights, they are well worth it. They are actual legit fog lights. They are approved for fog lights, as you can tell even by the cutoff lines there. There's no glare, there's no high spots or anything like that. Like they're practically an LED built-in, all-in-one piece LED reflector housing assembly, whatever you'd like to call it there personally. The price on them varies, I guess. It depends on who you may get it from or what discounts are available. Like, I know for a fact that the Morimoto XB headlights for the Tacomas that were on sale for Christmas / Boxing Day or Black Friday you actually got a free set of fog lights with it. So there's like something like that. These value at, I think in my price, it's about 200 or 220 actually Canadian, before taxes and shipping, of course. So I think, let's just say a ballpark is around 2 to 250 for these fog lights. I guess in a way, depending on what your purposes is, like if you're not planning on, you know, cutting a bumper off, or you can make them work with your new bumper, or, you know, whatever, if you can actually continue to use these, well worth it. If you're gonna stay stock, you want a nice amber cutoff, cool looking light, definitely buy these. I wouldn't buy these though. The only downfall of these is, yeah, maybe they are a little expensive, but same time, quality isn't cheap. I mean, like I said, you can go ahead and buy amber fog lights. You can put a film on it, put some amber LEDs in, or LED fogs, whatever. But without legit actual proper LED bulbs, you're gonna just cause glare and piss off a lot of drivers. And I mean, if you piss me off with your fog lights or headlights, you're getting that 32-inch quad beam bar. And everyone, if you watch that video, you'll see that there's a lot of glare on there. And I'll tell you this much, my high beams didn't turn off a truck that was across from me before. I flashed them about 3 times, even held my high beams on for a couple seconds. This was a Ford truck. What did I do? Flicked on my light bar, boom, instantly turned off his high beams. I'm like, yeah, you know, like, don't screw around here. So keep that in mind if you're gonna put LED bulbs in your fog light factory housings, because they are still reflective housings and they may not cause a great output for you there. So definitely keep that in mind. But if you want something that's hassle-free, great cutoff, great color, then I would definitely recommend these. I can't justify a price on it because like I said, these were gifted to me. I'm not gonna lie about that. I mean, it would justify my review more if I said how much I paid for them or whatever, but I didn't. I got these gifted to me, but I never had fog lights. I wasn't gonna buy fog lights again. That's why I never even had these in the first place, or any other replacements. Not a lot of you actually saw that I didn't have fog lights in there to begin with. So there's that. But, you know, after having these, it actually convinced me very well to have some fog lights. Like I said, fog lights have their purposes just like any other lights. Obviously, when you get into a really nasty storm or whatever, you know, depending on where you live, you might not have a storm. You might always have clean weather or whatever. Or maybe you just want some good, clean, cut-off fog lights, whatever. You know, there's a million reasons I can think of, but I'm not going to spill the beans on every single one of them here. So you justify it to your best bet. I'm just showing you my personal thoughts, my output shots, and giving you the best review I can in regards to fog lights. There's only so much I can do for you guys. The rest is up to you. Like I said, the value of it ranges from 150 to 250 US or Canadian, whatever. I think they're roughly about 150 US for a set. But like I said, these are the amber ones. These aren't the white ones. So like I said, the white ones might actually be brighter, which I indeed think it is, because the actual best light output you could ever get out of any light is around the 5,000 to 55,000 Kelvin mark, and it's indeed LEDs produce that. So that's definitely the best color and the best output you'll ever get. So, but like I said, there's benefits to each one. Amber cuts through more because it's darker and all that there. But these, love them, great cutoff. I'll probably be selling these obviously when the time comes, sadly. I'm not sure which fog lights I'm gonna go yet. I think I might be going some aux beam fog lights, or I might bite the bullet and buy these X-Bright on Amazon, and they're amber too. But I don't know, I've heard mixes with those two. So I would love to get the fog lights that can fit into the bumper for these, but like I said, I can't justify the cost for them, for me personally. I mean, if I were gonna buy them used, I probably would, but I don't think I want to spend, but the problem is, the reason why I'm not jumping on the Morimotos again for the bumper that I can, because he has them only fitting for Jeep fog lights. Yes, believe me or not, it's Jeep fog lights, but it's just because it's a generic fit. It fits more of the 4-inch fog lights there, so that's something to keep in mind there. But I can get the Morimotos in that, but my supplier here in Canada does not have them in amber, which is kind of a downfall. So I mean, I don't feel like spending $200 for the white ones personally. So I mean, you know, I'll just have to suck it up and, you know, live with what I had here. So, but I'm gonna sell these to a nice Tacoma owner, hopefully around here, and they're gonna love them just as much as I will, for sure. So like I said, you guys see all the night put out shots. The only downfall is probably the price. If you have a problem with that, then obviously. Otherwise, great fog lights, great output, great color, great cutoff line. Like, there's no glare, like I said. You know, it's a great fog light. I mean, you can't go wrong with it, right? So, if any questions, please comment below. Let me know. I hope you liked the video. I mean, I did what I could for this. I can only show so much. I'm gonna do another Morimoto review too. I have the 2-stroke LED bulbs in my truck here. I even might do a little face-off between the HID versus the LEDs, because I know these can actually put decent output in our projectors in the 16 Tacomas and whatnot there. So I'm gonna do maybe a swap in the bulbs, put my HID in the high beam, because these are actually both H11s and H9s, so I might do that there. So have a good one, guys. Hope you like it. I'm gonna get a couple more night shots to show you guys, and that's gonna wrap up this video. See ya. And lastly, just to finalize this video, just want to let you guys know that these fog lights, when I was walking out there, it's about 2 or 3 truck lengths away that you actually can see through these fog lights. Like, I can see quite a bit in these ditches right now just sitting here with just the fog lights. So keep that in mind when you're adjusting them. Do not adjust them too high, because otherwise you will not see them and the low beams will get in the way, and you will just lose all the output. So find that fine line to it and be happy with them, and be careful of the adjusting screws, because they can indeed strip very easily. I had that problem at least on one of them. I just reached down below where the fog lights were installed and adjusted them there. It's a Phillips head, so it's quite easy. So just adjust them accordingly, take your time, and go from there. Have a good one.